off-speed pitch. This will be an interesting sequence right here to see if he slows him down even more or tries to run a heater by
your
him.
pitch, get some wood on it.
Hey, get your pitch. Let's go.
And it looked like the fastball got away from him there.
That's a great take right there. You knew the pitcher was going to try and expand the zone 0-2 in a big spot, and he was able to spit on that one. Hopefully get something in the heart of the plate this pitch.
Strike 3 called, and now he's 1 out away from getting out of this.
It's never a good look to strike out looking, but it's way worse when you do it with a guy in scoring position. Those are the times you really want to see a guy battle and at least put the ball in play.
Well, the man you see right there had a game to be proud of. He really came through when it mattered, and he's our top player of the game.
Well, the numbers don't just jump out at you, but his lone hit was a...
It figures to be a wet one, but we'll have baseball for you on MLB Network nonetheless. It's game 1 of the World's.
Get your pitch and drive it. Let's go, big
Batting
dog.
third, the left fielder, Ian Smith.
See it, drive it like you can. Here we go.
First pitch of the at-bat. Big swing, but he just gets a piece of it. Strike 1. Yeah, the rain starting to intensify here. It's coming down a little heavier now. We'll see how much longer the umpires can wait.
Yeah, Matt, right now this doesn't look too good. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see the umpires come out and bring the ground crew out here. The infield around the mound and around the home plate area is really getting soaking wet. I can't anticipate this going on very much longer.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses for the second out. Stepping into the box, Ian Smith. He'll try and do what he can to work toward cutting into this big deficit.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
Now the 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed. Chased the fastball that time.
There you go. Let it fly now.
Yeah, right there. It's tough to be able to dive out over the plate. I know it's a pitch people think you can get to, but after you're pounded in twice, that ball looks like a foot outside.
This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time.
Wow, talk about a waste pitch on 2-2. That one wasn't even close. I don't know anyone that would have swung at that pitch.
It's down for extra bases, and the Mariners have their first hit of the game. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
Just an absolute laser that time, screaming off the bat, if you will. And Showtrack tells us it went out at 112 miles an hour. Those are the line drives you can hear as they go by.
Ready now.
Carmen. Number 33. Carmen
Digging in once again, Ian Smith. He'll start things out in the 6th for a lineup that really hasn't found its groove in this one.
Yeah, only 2 hits so far, Matt, and not very many hard hit balls either. We'll see if they can start making some adjustments.
You know, you look at this hitter, he doesn't care about being down 0-1. He doesn't care about having 2 strikes with him. He's got the utmost confidence in his ability to work back into the count and get him something over the heart of the plate.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And it's 1-2.
Boy, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, you have to make sure it's up above the zone like that. He can't do a whole lot with that, but if it were a little lower, he can and will make you pay big time.
Hey, your pitch, your pitch.
Struck him out, and he becomes the 9th strikeout victim thus far.
Hey, come on,
Now in the
dog,
box, Ian Smith. They're quickly down to their final 4 outs here tonight.
Smith.
Fouled off. 1 run, 2 hits, and no errors in the game for the Mariners to this point. He jumps on this one. It's high and deep to center. And he will get there to make the running play, and that. One more look at the final line score there to see the great pitching performance that led his guys to the victory. And fellas.
Listen up, I ain't playing around. I shed blood, sweat, and tears, and I made my rounds. I'm back to flying at a supersonic speed. I got what you want. I got what you need. Welcome to the show. Get ready for the major leagues. Alright, all my life I said I'm gonna be one of the greats. Now I'm finally here. Ain't nothing.
On a dry summer night in the Rocky Mountains, MLB Network comes at you live from Coors Field in downtown Denver. Game 2 of the World Series between the Seattle Mariners and the Colorado Rockies. It's Game 2 of the World Series. Next. Standing in, Ian Smith. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Ian Smith.
First delivery to him on the way. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. And that'll get down out there for extra bases. Caballero ignores his coach. He's chugging for home. And the run will score as the Mariners get off to a 1-0 lead. And he is in there with an RBI triple.
Well, there's one way to get our first run of the game across. Good hustle there on an RBI triple, and they're in good shape to possibly make it 2-0 with another base hit here.
So here's the cleanup.
The center fielder, Carmen.
Digging in now, Ian Smith. He scored after tripling in his first plate appearance. What's he got in store for us here?
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Throw to first in time. Stepping into the box, Ian Smith. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Big swing, but he just gets a piece of it. Strike 1.
Hey, your pitch, your pitch.
0-1 count. Here's the pitch.
He's up right here, right here.
Chopper to short. Fernandez over to his left. Throw gets him. 2 down. Leading off the inning, Ian Smith, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning. On to the 8th now, as the first pitch is a fastball that's looked at for ball 1. As we near the end of this one, it's clear the long ball has played a big role in today's outcome. Dan, D-Row, what are your final thoughts on what we've seen?
Yeah, just non-competitive pitches in some big situations, Dan, and the offense took full advantage.
Yeah, you know, D-Row, one of the things about pitching is you want to have location, and it was obvious in this one today.
Now at the plate, Ian Smith, runner in scoring position with Cigar.
Smith.
And ball 4 now as he'll take first on the intentional walk.
Well, they felt it was better to take the bat out of the hands of a guy like that. He's just too dangerous, and they decided they'll take their chances with the next guy in the line. Well, it's getting more and more common in baseball now these days to use a ton of pitchers to get through a game, and it took 6 here to get the job done, but hey, they'll do whatever they can to get a W.
And fellas, when you're on the big stage here at the World Series, you want to make sure you... Well, it's a cold night in Seattle, but at the very least, the roof will be shut to shield us from... Striding in, Ian Smith, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
Ian.
First offering on its way. Tough to do much with that one, a swing and a miss. Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Earl Hendricks.
Hey, you know, D-Row, the book kind of on Earl Hendricks is he likes one side of the plate or the other. Could it be where he sets up behind the catcher?
It could be, Dan, but as a hitter, that's all you look for. I'll give you a little bit off the outside edge if you're going to be consistent
hard
with
90,
it.
hard
Santos
90, hard 90.
is right there. Throw on to first, gets him, and the side is retired. Coming to the plate now, Ian Smith. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First pitch coming, here it is. And he fouls this one off. Bases are empty, one man out. And boy, was he ever fooled on that pitch. It's 0-2 now.
After that swing, you just got to reset yourself. You still have a strike to work with, and you can't be thinking about how silly you just looked on that last pitch.
Rounded softly down the line toward first, but this will wind up foul. Still 0-2.
Back-to-back breaking balls. He just missed that one right there, fouling it away. Do not expect a third.
Tried to work it back to that low inside corner, but it misses. 1-2. Fouled away.
Come on, let it fly right here. Let it fly.
There's a ball ripped toward the gap in left center. And this is going to get to the wall now out near the Mariner bullpen. And he's in there easily at second with a one-out double.
Yeah, some guys have the ability to rise the occasion, while some guys shrink away when it matters the most. Well,
The designated hitter, Ethan Carmen.
At the plate, Ian Smith. He'll
Now
try to
batting,
follow up
left
the
field.
double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Yeah, give me a repeat performance of that last double. With a man on first right now, let him run and get you a ribby.
Here comes the first pitch. Skied into very shallow right. Hogs it, waits on it. And that's the third out. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Striding into the box, Ian Smith. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
No balls and one strike. 2 out, nobody on.
Hey, get your pitch. Drive it right here.
And it's 1-1.
All right, come on now, one time. Get a piece.
And that misses 2-2.
well, I kind of wonder if he's not being as aggressive as he was before that home run. Hey, this is a guy that can burn you again, so I don't really blame him.
Good job going down and hanging with it that time. The 2-2 one more time. Popped him up. Gallegos will range over to make the catch just beyond the first base dugout, and that will end the inning. So 1 run on 2.
Well, this one had its moments of drama and excitement. In the end, these guys came away with a victory and look on to the next one.
A tight ball game all throughout. Winds up a slim 1-run victory in the end as we get you one final look at our line score. And fellas, when you're on the big stage here at the World Series, you want to make sure you bring the A game, and this man right here certainly did. He's our top player of the game.
Shaking and I can't take no more.
Coming to you from Seattle tonight, where the roof at T-Mobile Park has been closed for comfort. It's Game 4 of the World Series between the Colorado Rockies and the Seattle Mariners. Game 4 of the World Series comes up next. Richie Donnelly will be on the mound for Game 4. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Yeah, his last one was kind of a train wreck. Wasn't able to get out of the second inning in his last start and took a loss. He's going to look to go a lot deeper into this one, hopefully to take some of that stress out of that bullpen so the bullpen doesn't.
Getting close to first pitch here. Let's listen in to public address announcer Alex Miniak. And a moment now to peek at the Rockies starting lineup. What do we need to know about these guys for this evening's matchup on the road, Dero?
Well, Matt, this goes for both lineups. They know they're dealing with a tough test.
So digging in now, Ian Smith. First cuts for him here with the bases open and 2 away.
Smith.
He set and the pitch. They set the target in, and this finds the inside corner for strike one. And set up behind the dish is Clyde Washington, as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Yeah, Matty, Clyde's my type of umpire. I didn't mind the low strike zone, and that's exactly what he has. If you're not going to give him above the belt, I'm okay with it.
D-Row, you know, one of the things I guess with Clyde is he is a real good low strike umpire. Pitchers seem to like him more than hitters, but one thing I will say, he has a very consistent zone. It's a low zone, but a consistent zone.
The 0-2 home, and it's fouled away.
That wasn't a terrible pitch right there, but if he's going to execute and get this swing and a miss, he's going to have to get that ball a little bit further down, maybe even potentially bounce the next one.
The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now.
Tried to get him to chase that 0-2 curveball there, but he wasn't biting. Very well could see it again here, though.
Able to protect the plate with 2 strikes, and he'll see another one. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Swung on in the dirt for the 3rd strike. Jones recovers, and the throw to first ends the inning. Mariners are down in order, and this is still a 0-0 ball game. Digging in, Ian Smith. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Now a ball pulled hard but fouled off to the left.
A great swing right there. I know the ball's foul, but he absolutely laced that pitch right there. He's just got to stay back a little bit
Pick up
longer.
the ball. Pick it up. Pick it up.
Into right field. That's a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second, as there are 2 aboard now.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square as long as possible, and feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
The designated hitter, Garner. Oh, boy, yo.
Grounded to third. This could be 2. Scooped up. There's 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side. Digging in to try it again. Ian Smith. He singled his last time up. First pitch on its way. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. No runs, 4 hits, and no errors in the game for the Mariners to this point. The 1-1. Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes.
Come on, baby. Get your pitch up there.
Yanked the slider across that time, laid off for a ball. In the dirt, but swung on and missed. Jones corrals it, and that ends the inning. At the plate, Ian Smith.
Left fielder, Ian Smith.
And now a pitch on the way. Ripped down the first base line. Gallegos has it, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So it's 2 runs here on 2 hits, with one of them being the home run. We're through 8 full here in Game 4. It's the Rockies 3 and the Mariners 2. This one definitely a low-scoring affair as we get one last look at our final line score. And fellas, when you're on the big stage here at the World Series, you want to make sure you bring the A game, and this man right here certainly did. He's our top player of the game.
And Matty, I think you're absolutely right.
home side about to take the field. This place is jumping. Here's public address announcer Alex.
Batting third, the left fielder, Ian.
Here's the first pitch to him. Fouled off. Smith, 37 years old. He's a veteran of 13 years at the major league level, which really points to the consistency he's shown since he first broke in.
Yeah, and that's the name of the game with this guy. You don't hang around 13 years. I always say this, you show me a good teammate, I'll show you a guy who opens the door every day, and you know exactly what you're getting. The consistency this guy has had can't go unnoticed, and he's had an amazing career.
Hit hard to third, and that finds its way through for a base hit.
Sometimes you need a little luck, sometimes you need to get a ground ball with eyes, and that's exactly what happened right there.
Batting fourth, the designated hitter.
Into the box now, Ian Smith. He reached on a single in his first try.
Yeah, guys, still the only hit in this game so far. They've been pretty well shut down. Guys on the mound have really much controlled the whole outcome up until this point.
But this will hang just long enough for him to run it down in shallow. Digging in, Ian Smith.
Left fielder, Ian Smith.
Here comes the first pitch. Good opposite field power here, taken high and deep to right. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. M's pick up a run on 2 hits. Game 5. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Ian Smith. He flew out in his last at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat. First pitch fastball swung on and missed 0-1.
I know he's well aware of the fact he can't tie this with one swing of the bat, but maybe he's trying to ignite the boys by driving something out of the ballpark.
Hey, come on, big guy.
Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2. Swing and a miss, and that'll get a groan from the home supporters here. 1 away.
Anytime you can win a game, let alone on the road, you have to feel really good about yourself. It's not easy going into that other team's ballpark and coming out with a win, but they did just that.
And fellas, when you're on the big stage.
Yeah. Just a Sunday, it's about to be epic.
Look, I get it rocking like a cradle. I never sold, but I was able to see my partners make the road bread without the stable while packing something that make it tough to the ooh. I hung around them shells like April. Oatmeal, Oatfield. Me when I get to saying it's so real. Folk will think that it's entertaining till fly, no subliminal. That's the plight of aggravated aboriginals. My whole life I've been congregating with. I swear I graduated with just minimal effort. Lectures to me was just receive better from the
MLB Network is your exclusive home for postseason baseball. It's Game 6 of this year's Fall Classic between the Seattle Mariners and the Colorado Rockies. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to the World Series here on MLB Network. With me is Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. And Dan, obviously, a lot of things still up in the air as we get ready for Game 6.
Yeah, you see the results through the first 5 games.
Now batting, Ian Smith. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Get your pitch up there.
Ian Smith.
Hey, find some green, baby. Find some green.
Hey, see it. Drive it.
First pitch on its way. Big swing, but he just gets a piece of it. Strike 1.
Hey, looking for yours now. Come on, kid.
Comes set, and the 0-1. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Hey, this pitcher better watch himself right here. The way this guy's swinging, he's got aggressive things on his mind.
Shooting for that low inside corner, but he missed with it. 1-2. And set up working the plate is Matthew Ross as you see the rest of the umpiring crew there.
Hey, D-Row, this is a pitcher's best friend. Matthew Ross, very wide strike zone.
Yeah, no excuses.
There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Hugs it. Going back on it to the track. On the warning track, he makes the catch.
Play ball.
Digging in now for the Mariners, Ian Smith. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Smith.
He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Sent in the air out to straightaway center. Cruz is in pursuit. He's there and records the first out.
Play ball. He's safe.
In now, Ian Smith. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
Drive it like you can. Let's go.
Ready with the 0-1 pitch. And there's a fastball well off the plate inside.
Hey, come on, baby. See it.
The 1-1. Tried to crush that ball and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one.
Hey, see it. Drive it. Let's go, big dog.
The 1-2. And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Cruz
Come on, go hard. You're scoring. You're scoring. Go hard.
But he can't get to this one. It's off the wall. And he's going to score with ease as the throw will be too late.
Well, there's one way to get our first run of the game across. Good hustle there on an RBI triple, and they're in good shape to possibly make it 2-0 with another base hit here.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Carmen.
The center fielder, Carmen.
Trying to pick things up where he left off, Ian Smith.
The left fielder, Ian Smith.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. He's able to take the ball the other way here. High and deep to right center. But that'll be off the wall in right center. And your go-ahead run is in at second base here with a leadoff double.
Wow, he was willing that thing to get out of here. Would have given them the lead right here late in the game, but it ends up hitting off the wall, and he heads into second with an extra base hit. We'll see if the next man up can come.
Yeah, you know what time it is. We about to bring out that real. Come on, let it go. Break yourself, but let's roll. Coming with the bass that breaks the windows. They can't knock it when we drop it, because they know we make it.
You want to talk about coming up big when it matters most. How about turning in a performance like this in a series-clinching game? Guys, he's our top player of the game.
Yeah, you said it, Matt. This is
The final line score for our ball game tonight. For the victorious Rockies, 3 runs on 10 hits, 1 error. They left 14 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 46 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance, 46,897. The Rockies thank you for joining us here tonight. And as you exit Coors Field, we remind you to please drive home safely.
Chamber, the seats is heated. Shawty wanna race like a beaver. Leave it. Spent 3 G's on the sneakers, like 3 stripes in the slash. I'm undefeated. Rick Owens, I'm tipping. turtle. Oh, then she turn around and throw it in reverse though. Aston Martin, push button motor, Migos on the ice. Don't get hurt. Watch out. Turn around and throw it in reverse. Let me see how you work. You wear some dirt. Larry Bird, Saint Laurent straight jacket. Go berserk. Don't get hurt. Turn around and throw it in reverse. Yeah, been at, throw it backwards. Moonwalking to the like I'm Michael Jackson. Make a with your turn into an actor. Shimmy eye and this. I get clothes from Vaccarello, I get Celine from Slimane. I get packages from Paris, drop that FedEx on my name. I get runway off the runway to the runway on the plane. Told you we are not the same. See that spider switching lanes? Give us some gas. Look at the dash. What is he doing? He going fast. Look at him whip. Look at him smash. Look at him skirt. Look at the cash. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's a man that's gone insane. He's on stage in a straight jacket. This is not a game. Yeah. Like a candle, I've been too much to handle. This velvet jacket.
An early winter check-in.
When you handle, please. Yeah. Your hands look kinda dusty. Please be careful how you touch me. In Paris, out the country. Ay! Aston Martin, push button motor. Yeah. Migos on the ice. Yeah. Don't get hurt. Turn around and throw it in reverse. Let me see how you work. You wear some dirt. Larry Bird, Saint Laurent straight jacket. Go berserk. Don't get hurt. Turn around and throw it in reverse. Turn around and throw it in reverse. Don't get hurt. Turn around and throw it in reverse.
A veteran gets a check-in call from the franchise trainer. Spring training has come again, and major leaguers begin the process of readying themselves for the challenges of another long season.
Sipping all this, my bad is on it. I want a couple million without a record deal. Got 25,000 on me when I've been riding in the film. Got all designer on me. I'm so fly, don't matter. I wanted to feel the V12 when I was riding in Atlanta. Busy been cooked all day. I'm now my family. I got 3 with me. They want the baguettes on their neck. I was made inside the projects. I got on my set. I was really on the floor. Then I woke up in the jet. Ain't never had to dodge no. I just might cop demon. I'm shopping at Neiman's, balling every season, feeling like I'm dreaming, shining every weekend. All they know is that I was broke. Then I got a brand new coupe, Louis V's on my shoes, and all my by the tube. First time in B12, she was hanging at the roof. My VV's ice cream, I didn't even have to scoop. Got the whole universe in my ceiling.
The player receives a check-in from one of his coaches.
Looking at my neck, ooh, I was damn bad. Now I'm on a jet for real. Got all this ice on me, baby. Told my protector chill. Sipping all this, my bad is on it. I want a couple million without a record deal. Got 25,000 on me when I've been riding in the film. Got all designer on me. I'm so fly, don't matter. I wanted to feel the V12 when I was riding in Atlanta. Busy been cooked all day. I'm now my family. She just popped it. They wanna see how the vet feel. Fiji on my rollie, make her wanna have some for real. Tennis chain, my neck on chill. I ain't had to go get no deal. Last month I spent 100,000 on the closet. I bought the penthouse just to handle. Got the new crib, my fresh out, he kept it solid. 20 bands on me, can't even fit inside.
The player receives advice about the refining of his game.
Yeah, no Richie, I might take my ride through the 6. I've been mixing my designers, I'm flies. I just talk about my lifestyle, I don't ride this. Ever since that jail cell opened up, I let these diamonds hit. Yeah, I was damn bad, now I'm on a jet for real. Got all this ice on me, baby, told my protector chill. Sipping all this, my bad is on it. I want a couple million without a record deal. Got 25,000 on me when I've been riding in the film. Got all designer on me. I'm so fly, don't matter. I wanted to feel the V12 when I was riding in Atlanta. Busy been cooked all day. I'm now my family. Hold up, let me get up in it now. I'm here to win it now. LOGIC, I'm feeling free, I'm finna bring it now. If you know the words, take a step back and sing it now. Never thought I'd have to, but I keep the windows tinted now. Like Lottie-Dottie, who got the keys to my Audi?
The manager gooses his team about a lackluster area of performance.
About what I've been through and all that superficial you love I'm just not into. And when it comes to getting deep in this rap I've been to, like the don't push me, I ain't no killer, but you know the rest. You think I caught the Holy Spirit, how I'm feeling blessed. Ain't no contest that all this whack, it just ain't no test. Step and get laid to rest, boy, step and get laid to rest. It ain't no S on my chest.
Time for baseball now on the show as we give you a look inside Guaranteed Rate Field in
Play ball.
coming to the plate now, Ian Smith, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here.
Smith.
Come on.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Big swing, but he just gets a piece of it. Strike one. Fellas, these White Sox, as they enter play today, fortune has been smiling on them recently. They're unbeaten in their last 7 games.
You know, Matty, the season's such a grind, and you fight so hard day in, day out, and you're playing against the best players in the world, so you know you're going to lose some games coming out of spring training. To get on a roll where you win 7 in a row, a week of everything coming together, that's a special feeling.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Santiago is right there, 1 down. With that, here's the starting lineup for the visiting Philadelphia Phillies. Danny. Digging in now for Philadelphia, Ian Smith, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. First delivery to him on the way. And that looked to catch him flush down near the foot or the ankle. Fortunately, he's able to stick with it and get the out. So next to the plate for the Phils, Ian Smith. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First pitch coming. Here it is. And he fouls this one off.
Come on, big guy.
Drilled on the ground to short. Fielded cleanly. Throw on to first is in time, and the Phillies are. So a big moment here, and standing in, Ian Smith. And he does so representing the possible go-ahead run.
Clutch up and drive him in right here. Here you go.
Here's the first pitch to him. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Barrios is going to get back, and he'll put this one away on the warning track for the first out. Pitching and defense game 2-1 the final score this afternoon. Chicago rode an important 6th inning to victory in this one. Afternoon baseball set to come your way on a fine. Coming to the plate now, Ian Smith, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here.
Smith.
He's set. Here it comes. On a line to shortstop, but the runner is back to avoid the double play. Time now for a glance at the Phillies batting order in this one. Thoughts, Dan? Who stands out? Now at the plate, Ian Smith.
Now batting, left fielder, Ian Smith.
Let's go, kid. Come on, one time right here.
From the stretch. Oh, and a hearty cut there to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Hey, this pitcher better watch himself right here. The way this guy's swinging, he's got aggressive things on his mind.
Well, and he's got him in the palm of his hand now. It's 0-2.
Wow, not sure what that was, but talking about having your mind made up, you're going to swing before the pitcher even throws a pitch. I don't know how you swing at that pitch.
To 1-2 now.
Hey, get your pitch up there. Come on now.
Working for the punch out and the offering. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. James on the move. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out. Ready once again, Ian Smith. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Yeah, and I'm sure he'd like a base hit of some sort right here, Matty. But hey, you know what? Another fly out wouldn't be all that bad. If he can get it deep enough, he should be able to drive in a nice run with a sac fly.
4 runs here in this half inning. Now a fastball off the plate away. A ball and a strike. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Number 3 hole hitter up right now. Cleanup guy on deck. 2 ball, 2 strike count. I think pitcher wants to make something happen right here.
And he misses this one inside, and that'll run things full 3-2.
Having a hard time putting this hitter away here. And when I was looking at the tape on him from his last start, this is what I saw a lot of. He's not closing the door on guys. And when that's the case, they eventually get a pitch that they can do something.
Stepping in, Ian Smith. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup.
Hey, what a great pitch right there in a big situation to pull a string on that changeup. He knew that hitter was going to be super aggressive.
Goodness, 0-2 now.
Hey, guys, that's just a nasty pitch right there. I can't tell you how many nightmares I've had about nasty sliders, and that's exactly what that was right there.
Skied into straightaway right. Moving under it, Reyes. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. So a big moment in the ball game here. Ian Smith, and he could very well get the intentional pass here, as that would set up a potential double play ball that might keep the game tied. And the indication from the dugout comes, it looks like they're going to put him on intentionally, so that'll set up the double play possibility with one away.
That's what's called getting the treatment. Everyone knows he's a power threat with a bat.
Number 25.
A one-run game, 6-5 the final today. The Philadelphia Phillies came through when it mattered in the ninth.
A coach admonishes a hitter about pitch selection. A player who lacks plate discipline will likely get dismantled by top-notch major league pitching.
Now from the windy city of Chicago, baseball from beautiful Wrigley. Stepping in, Ian Smith, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
Ian.
Here comes the first pitch. Big swing, but he just gets a piece of it. Strike one. Well, guys, as we look at the Cubs coming into play here tonight, they come in looking to make it two in a row as they were winners last time out.
Yeah, Matty, we had a saying in Texas, hit or get left behind. And that's exactly what this team did in their last game. Scored a bunch of runs, but good approach at the plate, working the ball to all gaps. Line to line, this team swung the bats well. I'm going to be looking for that again in this one.
In there, a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second, as there are two aboard now.
Dan, count goes out the window with this batter right here. It doesn't matter if it's 0-2, 2-0. He's locked.
He has batting fourth.
Now at the plate, Ian Smith, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Hit sharply on the ground. Leon scoops it up, and there are two away now. Standing in, Ian Smith. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Swing and a miss on the slider, 0-1.
All right, come on now. One time. Let her fly.
At second. Ayala on at first with two down. Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-1. Off the outside that time, as the breaking ball can't catch the zone.
Well, I know the last thing he wants to do is load the bases right here, so the pressure is on right now to get back in the strike zone.
Right here on the back.
Backhanded on to second for the force out, and the side is retired. Ready for another shot now, Ian Smith.
Left fielder.
Come on, guy, get your pitch up there.
Smith.
First delivery to him on the way. Now the fastball is swung on and missed.
Yeah, Matty, he's very late on that first pitch. I got to think he was guessing off speed.
Oh, got him to swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2.
Obviously looking to pull the baseball right there out in front on that off-speed pitch. This will be an interesting sequence right here to see if he slows him down even more or tries to run a heater by him.
Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. And this is on the ground is short. Could be 2. To second for 1. On to first, and they get the double play. So stepping in, Ian Smith. He'll have a new pitcher waiting for him as we begin their half of the 8th. High and tight here to begin the inning. It's ball 1. Caps, a California-born ball player. He was a 4th-round selection back in the 2022 first-year player draft.
Hey, nothing has been handed to this guy. Drafted in the middle rounds, and he has found his way in the big leagues. This has turned out to be a really nice pick.
2-0 now.
Get your pitch up there.
Now the 2-0 is offered at and missed for the first strike.
That is a pro pitch right there. 2-0 curveball for a strike. You make those kind of pitches, you'll be around for a long time.
2-2.
It's becoming more and more common in today's game to see relievers like this that can run it up there close to 100 miles per hour. But it's so fun to watch it. He blew it right by him there.
Count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Now the 3-2 pitch. And a good take there will net him a base runner as it's ball 4 now to start the 8th inning. Into the box, Ian Smith. Go ahead run at first. Nobody out.
Hey, keep it going up there. Clutch up.
Here's the first pitch. Oh, and look at this. High in the air and deep. And when this ball comes down, they'll have taken the lead. Home run. That's it. Career home run number 700. And what a special moment this is in baseball history.
Boy, that's the truth, Matt. It's been a storybook career for him. His ticket to Cooperstown was already stamped a long time ago, but pretty soon they might have to build him his own floor. This is something only a couple of guys have been able to accomplish, and he's not even done yet. Who knows how many more he can hit? Hey, it took them an extra frame to do it, but hey, they're not going to complain as they lock up a nice road victory here in 10 innings.
8-6 the final score tonight. The Phillies earned the win with a big 20-hit attack. Akira Suzuki earns his 3rd win of the year in relief. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.